Luke chapter 2. At this time, Augustus Caesar issued a decree demanding everyone in his empire to register for taxation. This was the first registration made while Quirinius was governor of Syria. Everyone went to their hometowns to register. Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth, to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was from the family and tribe of David, with Mary his promised bride, then pregnant. But while they were there, the time came for her to have her child. She delivered her firstborn son and wrapped him in infant's clothes and laid him in a succoth, manger, because there was no other place for them to stay. There were shepherds in the region who stayed there in the fields, watching over their flocks at night. Then Jehovah's messengers stood by them, and the majesty of the Master shone around them, and they were terrified. The messenger told them, "Don't be afraid, because I am announcing good news to you that will reach the entire world. The life-giver, who is the Master, the Messiah, was born for you today in David's city. This is a sign for you. You will find the baby wrapped in infant's clothes and lying in the manger." Suddenly, many soldiers of heaven were seen with the messenger, praising Jehovah and saying, "Praise Jehovah in the highest heaven, and peace on earth to the people he favors." After the messengers returned to heaven, the shepherds discussed what they saw among themselves and said, "Let's go down to Bethlehem and see what Jehovah told us about." So they went quickly and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in the sukkah. When they saw them, they told them what they had been told about the child. Everyone who heard about it was amazed at what the shepherds told them. Mary never forgot any of these things and kept them in her thoughts. The shepherds returned, honoring and praising Jehovah for everything that they had seen and heard, just as they had been told. After 8 days had passed, the boy was circumcised and named Yeshua, the name given by the Spirit messenger before he was conceived. When the days of their purification were completed, according to the Torah of Moses, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to Jehovah, as specified in Jehovah's Torah. Every son opening the womb will be dedicated to Jehovah, and to give an offering, sacrifice, as specified in Jehovah's Torah, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. There was a man in Jerusalem named Simeon. This man was righteous and just. He was waiting for the messianic consolation of Israel, and the Kaddish Spirit was with him. It had been revealed to him by the Kaddish Spirit that he wouldn't die before he had seen Jehovah's Messiah. He was led by the Spirit to the temple, and when his parents brought their son Yeshua in to do for him what is required by the Torah, he took him in his arms and praised Jehovah and said, "Jehovah, now dismiss your servant in peace, as you said, because I have seen your mercy with my own eyes, that you prepared in the presence of all nations an illuminating light for all ethnicities, in the splendor of your people Israel." Joseph and his mother were amazed at these things that they said about him. Simeon blessed them and said to Mary his mother, The child is destined for the fall and rise of many in Israel, and for a sign of opposition, so that the inner thoughts of many will be revealed, and a spear will pierce your consciousness. Anna, a prophetess, the daughter of Phanuel, from the tribe of Asher, was very old, having only lived with her husband for 7 years after her marriage. Having been a widow for 84 years, she never left the temple, but worshipped day and night with fasting and prayer. Just then she stood up and gave thanks to Jehovah and spoke to him, Yeshua, to everyone who was anticipating the deliverance of Jerusalem. After they fulfilled everything that the Torah of Jehovah specifies, they returned to Galilee, to their hometown in Nazareth. The child grew up and became strong in spirit. He was filled with wisdom, and Jehovah's favor was on him. His relatives went up to Jerusalem every year for the feast of the Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up to the feast as prescribed by the Torah. After staying the full number of days, they returned, but the child, Yeshua, remained in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother were unaware of it. Assuming that he was with his friends, after traveling for a day, they started looking for him among the relatives and asked everyone they knew. When they didn't find him, they went back to Jerusalem searching for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting with the Jewish teachers, listening to them and questioning them. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his wisdom and his answers. When they saw him, they were astonished. His mother asked him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been frantically looking for you." He asked them, "Why were you looking for me? Didn't you realize the necessity of my being in my father's house?" But they didn't comprehend his response. He went down with them to Nazareth and was submissive to them. His mother continued to keep all of these things in mind. Yeshua increased in stature, wisdom, and favor with Jehovah and humanity.